don't really want to live like your heroes in Hamas. All the shit you do all day, it was all made in America. Your smartphone, your Grubhub, your freedom to about America, that's all American stuff. You tell your phone you want a milkshake and a guy brings it to your house. Please, you couldn't survive a week living in Intifadaville.
I have to say, I mean, it's just, why do you hate America so much when there's no freedom anywhere else like America? If you guys want to free Palestine, go free Palestine. How about all y'all go to Palestine? Hey, y'all, I want to tell you about this incredible opportunity that I have for you. Only if God has put it on your heart to partake in this. I always feel that it's important for us to give back. So here's an opportunity right here in Phoenix. The House of Refuge is literally revolutionizing people's lives, getting people from not having housing to get into a home, learning about the gospel of Jesus Christ, fellowshipping with one another, getting employment. I mean, all of the things that we would hope that could happen for people who just need help is what we're seeing here at the House of Refuge. Now, my goal is to get 30 people support for 30 days. So it costs about $1,000 a month, and that therefore it's $30,000 to get 30 people in. We already got 2 people. I have their names here, and we want to get others the help that they deserve and the help that they need. Now, I want you to understand this. You don't have to give $1,000 to support one person. You can give whatever God has purposed in your heart. So if we all work together, we can get to our goal of helping 30 people have housing and support for 30 days, which will change their lives forever. So I want you to join me in this endeavor. Pray about it if you need to, but if God has called you to do it, join me and let's give back today. Link will be in the description section. Because it was a clip over the weekend that we saw Bill Maher saying some incredible things against the Democrat Party. And the only reason I want to share this is because it's not often that you see people this elevated who was a leftist say the things that most people should be saying about the leftist party. All right, roll a clip. And this is it. Roll the clip.
Seriously, this is a serious problem for Democrats. Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed? Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual. Because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is. Although don't get Tucker Carlson started on Russia. Globalize the intifada is the catchphrase that's really catching on these days, as if worldwide suicide bombing and cosplaying Islamic revolutionaries is the answer to our problems. At an AOC Bernie Sanders rally in Idaho last month, someone threw a Palestinian flag over an American flag, and the crowd erupted in approval. What should have happened after that is one of the adults on stage should have told their young, loyal followers, this is not a symbol of freedom. This is. If the thought leaders in the Democratic Party keep encouraging and not rebuking the idea that America is cringe and the people who run Gaza are great, the Democrats are doomed. Alyssa Slotkin's right. Liberals are weak and woke, especially the white ones, and they indulge all sorts of nonsense from their kids, a pattern that then continues on in the Democratic Party. Last election, it was all the gender stuff, the insistence that men can have babies and such, and now I fear that we like the terrorists is the new that. Liberals need to push back on the dumb ideas that come from their children. The Democrats' problem is the energy of the party's with the young and the young are with the terrorists. That's not good. So talk to your children and remind them, you don't really want to live like your heroes in Hamas. All the shit you do all day, it was all made in America. Your smartphone, your Grubhub, your freedom to about America, that's all American stuff. You tell your phone you want a milkshake and a guy brings it to your house. Please, you couldn't survive a week living in Intifadaville.
I have to say, I like that we ended on that. You know, I one day I'm gonna go on Bill Maher's show. I think that'll be a good conversation. Hopefully I can smoke my cigar on there. But I think what he's saying is on point. And it's funny because I feel like he said it better as a former leftist than even conservatives said. These people have to be the dumbest, most disingenuous people on planet Earth. I mean, it's just, why do you hate America so much when there's no freedom anywhere else like America. If you guys want to free Palestine, go free Palestine. How about all y'all go to Palestine? You don't want to leave this country. We need the billionaires are evil. Like, you have people really say billionaires and big corporations are evil, and they saying it on their Apple iPhone. Wait a minute, capitalism is evil? But everything you do involve the reaping the benefits of capitalism. The car you drive, the phone you're on, the television you're watching. It's capitalism. The job you have, somebody created that job. Unless you're working for the federal government, most people are working in the private sector. The job that you literally, Starbucks, that Starbucks barista complaining about America. Where do you think Starbucks came from? Starbucks is entrepreneurial. Founded that thing a long time ago when it was just one shop. They actually took over a shop. And then it became one of the biggest, coffee shops in the world, in the history of the world. Some of y'all working at McDonald's, working at Walmart, working at Jiffy Lube, working at Publix. What are you guys talking about? This is all capitalism. This is all saying, if you add value to the country will give you value back. You idiots are working for corporations that employ 40,000 people, and you want the CEO to be bankrupted, and you hope that somehow he dies because he's a greedy, evil man. When that one man took the risk that you are not willing to take to create a corporation that you are not willing to do, to be up all night, losing sleep, hair falling out, stressed out, relationships damaged, because he put it in his mind that he was going to do whatever it takes to make this dream come a reality, and that you are now reaping the benefits of that dream that he worked so hard for, and you don't want that man to have the money for it. Then the tax time come around and you want him to pay more tax than you willing to pay. Make that make sense? And then the same people that you vote for saying they're going to make the rich be held accountable won't change the tax code, so they benefit from the same tax benefits that the wealthy benefit from. Ask Obama how they get all his money. Capitalism. And then he still pay less taxes and still less philanthropic as Donald Trump, whom you guys were mad that he didn't release his tax returns. Bernie Sanders go sell a book and make $1 million off his book, and he don't give it to y'all for free. Bernie Sanders can give you the book for less than market value, can't he? He can make every book affordable to every person in America. Make every book he has $5. He ain't gonna do that. He gonna have the going retail rate for a book sold. Probably hike it up a little bit because he's a prominent person. He make all that money, go buy him a house in the Hamptons. And then on this hand, he crying and complaining about the wealth of the millionaires and billionaires. Let me tell you this. Next time you hear somebody say this, there is no law against you adding more money to the Treasury. There is no law against you paying more money than what they ask you to pay. You can make a voluntary transaction to give more money to the Treasury. Why don't the people who are rich and wealthy, who are Democrats, voting for wealthy people to pay more money, why don't they lead by example and give more money to the Treasury? They want to hike up the wealthy people's tax burden to 30 and 40%, 50% in progressive tax. Well, until they implement that, how about all the leftist millionaires and billionaires? How about they give that amount of money and lead by example, and everybody else will follow? They ain't finna never give their money up, man. They looking at these politicians like, yeah, tell them what they got to tell them to get the money. Tell them what you got to tell them so they can vote for you. We know he ain't gonna never do that, right? Therefore, we ain't gonna give you no money if you're gonna mess around and cut half of our expenses out. And we not willing to do it voluntarily. So we expecting you to make us do it. We vote for you to make us do something we can do voluntarily. It's the stupidest, most disingenuous thing ever.